It's not a show.
Mental illness can literally drive you crazy.
And props to Chris.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
Waka waka.
Formito Popan.
Boom! Hot take!
I learned it by watching you.
W-A-T-P! W-A-T-P!
This dude is fucking corny.
And that's the way you go. You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
This is going great.
This fucking Pinkman's a real fucking Pinkman.
You fucking know all about this shit!
Best change?
That doesn't make any sense, Rick.
Because I'm never offended. I'm never mad.
What is this garbage? How do they have a podcast? This is bullshit.
Do it live! Home run, Kobe, a home run. You're garbage, human garbage.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Mental illness can literally drive you crazy.
I've been dying to say that.
Cuz-a-roo. Slap-a-rooney.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, Rubbernecks and Cousin-Roos. Welcome to an emergency episode of Who Are These Podcasts. We just got done with a fantastic weekend at DabbleCon 2 here in lovely Rochester, New York. And we wanted to recap the experience for everyone. I have some exclusive video that we didn't get to play that was supposed to be played at the Dabby Awards. We're going to play that on here and some other fun things and behind-the-scenes tidbits. But I thought the way to start this off is to just kind of go through and talk about the events of the weekend, what we did, what everyone was doing. Started off Thursday night. We had a meetup at Lux Lounge on South Ave. And that was great. Huge backyard. We get there, go outside. A lot of people were already there. A lot of people showed up. Everyone from the show. Vinny was there. Andy, Lucy, Chris, John, myself, Anthony, and Missy showed up there. And it was a fun little hang. The later it got, the weirder it got.
As usual.
Which is Lux.
Yes, that is true.
I didn't pick Lux, but when it was suggested, I said, yeah, it's perfect. It's a big open space. People want to smoke cigarettes and weed.
The weather was cooperating.
Yeah, it was nice out. So it made sense. And then all of a sudden, it was funny because people realized that there's a lot of gay people there. And they're like, I think we're at a gay bar. But no, Lux isn't technically a gay bar.
It's all inclusive.
It's certainly inclusive. Yes.
Very festive.
I think that would be the way to describe it. But yeah, there was definitely, by the time we left, which was after midnight, it was definitely breaking out into like a gay dance club.
Looked like a lot of fun.
I got more semen on my shirt than on John's couch trying to get out of that place. Let's put it that way. But it was a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone who hung out and came out and met us on Thursday night. Any other thoughts about the meetup? Or that was so long ago now.
Well, I had to tap out early. Producer Bree was getting tired. So,
right. Yeah.
I think we were out at like 10:30. So
yeah. So
I missed the dance.
Oh, it was fine. It was.
So did
fine.
I was outside.
It's all good. Oh, I should remind people, by the way, if you do want to use our super tip system, we love that you do that for us. You go to supertip.gg/WATP. Just pull that up on a separate tab or in your browser. And there you can make Kevin Brennan or Stuttering John or Woke Dad, whoever you want, talk to us about your experiences at DabbleCon or watching the stream or anything else that you might have experienced. So let's get into the actual show. It starts off on Friday with the roast. We get there, I thought, early.
Yes, I thought early too.
But it was already pretty crowded in there.
Yeah.
It really was.
When we walked in. And the first thing I see is Helga Mann is there with her own merch table.
Uh-huh.
Did someone approve this or something? I didn't know that Helga Mann was selling books at this thing.
I didn't know it was a flea market.
Yeah, it turned into a flea market.
Yeah.
And she had a video screen up that was looping episodes of her show, The Trainwreck, a.k.a. Trainwreck TV, a.k.a. That Reality Show. Just in case you didn't know that was Helga Mann. Like, no, I'm pretty sure that's Helga Mann.
We know you.
I would not have mistaken Helga for someone else. So that was interesting. Meeting Helga was interesting. I talked about this probably on the show, but Helga is a lot bigger than I thought she was.
Very tall, statuesque.
Well, no, she's just big. Like her hands were twice the size of my hands. I shook her hand and I went, whoa, this is something else right here. Not ready for that. Because you see her with Lisa and you think, oh, it's just two nice old ladies hanging out, having a cup of tea and some edibles.
Nope, this broad will kick your ass.
Yes. I have a feeling she could take me. That was my my main takeaway from this thing. So, I should check. Is everything sounding okay? Are you guys hearing all this stuff? It seems like people aren't complaining. So I suppose usually we have someone on StreamYard in here to let us know if it's working or not. But we just went for it. We just went for it today. I woke up this morning. I said, hey, I should probably, before I forget everything, talk about what happened this weekend, because it really was a fantastic event. People had a lot of fun. And there were some highs and some lows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to forget about the lows. First, one of them was my argument with Vinny. Vinny and I had a few arguments this past weekend, to be expected. Love Vinny. Did a fantastic job. I'll talk about that more. But one of my first arguments was we found out when we were at Lux hanging out that Vinny was going to put all of the merch in the Rickles room, which is a separate room away from the main bar area where everyone's hanging out before the shows and after the shows, and the main showroom. So there's 3 distinct rooms in this building.
Yes, very sectioned.
Very sectioned. And he goes, yeah, we're going to put all the merch in the Rickles room. I said, well, no, you can't do that, obviously. And he got very upset with me. He's like, oh, no, I already have this all planned out. You're going to change everything now the day before. I go, well, I just found out you're going to do that. That's stupid. Don't do that. There's a saying, I think there's a movie about the you exit through the gift shop. Speaking of gift shop is upstairs at our house right now.
Yes.
Gift shop from
half of gift shop.
Astoria, Queens, everyone. So the reason why you exit through the gift shop is because, I don't know if you realize this, you pay more to have a store in a mall than you would just have a store that's just somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And the reason for that is a thing called foot traffic. Am I explaining this okay? I went to school for marketing.
Carl's explaining it perfectly.
I went to school for
Carl.
marketing, so maybe this is too
And
difficult.
what you do is you move your feet as you walk, and you look with your eyeballs.
I was just like, no, but you can't put the merch where nobody's gonna be hanging out. I was like, no, there's gonna be a sign. We're gonna say there's merch there. I'm like, no, that's not how this works at all. It's got to be in front of people at all times. So, thankfully, after a little, back and forth, he decided that it's a giant room that we're in, and you can set up 3 tables in that room. We can put merch on it.
Yeah.
And that worked out really well for Jen, because Jen usually works the merch
Yes.
all weekend. And if she was just in another room somewhere, that'd be very depressing.
I was bummed a little bit.
Yeah.
But it worked out great out in the other room.
It did. We sold a lot of hot sauce. We broke a lot of hot sauce.
Oh my God, so many of those bottles were broken.
I got to talk to Jeff about that. I don't know how did he ship them? I didn't even open it. Was it just like newspaper in there? What does he do?
I think there was bubble wrap on the bottom.
And a bunch of rocks.
That sounds right. The fuck was he thinking with that?
Yeah, I don't know how many were broken. 30%. I smelled like hot sauce for a while.
Yeah.
I was doing my best.
Delicious hot sauce. though,
Yeah,
have
I
to
mean,
tell
I
you.
was licking my fingers.
SilkCityHotSauce.com. Use the promo code WATP
Lots of broken glass.
for 20% off your order.
Crunchy.
Yum, yum.
All right, so we get there. We get everything all set up. Things are looking good. My biggest stress was not performing at a roast I have no business being at. My biggest stress was making sure that the live stream worked, because for some reason I volunteered to be in charge of that. And boy, oh boy, that should not have been me. But whatever, we did it. And so I was really stressed out about making sure that everyone could see the stream, that it looked good, that it sounded good. Vinny did 95% of the heavy lifting when it came to the stream. He killed it. He set up all the cameras. He was running the show the entire weekend. It looked amazing. It sounded amazing. It was
Absolutely.
so pro.
Yeah.
So pro. So all of that was fantastic. It seemed to be working for most people. You know, we got some emails, people couldn't get in or whatever. Had to resend some passwords and stuff. There are some other complaints that we'll get into in a little bit. But for the most part, that was all working. We're ready to start the roast. We get everybody in the room to do that. And Dr. Steve worked with Coke Logic to put together a fantastic intro video. I want to show you that because it really is very well done. If you're an old O&A fan, you remember Coke Logic and all the great stuff that he put together back in the day. And I think it's this. Let's see. Yes.
פאק. הלו, מה קורה, יא מניאק? לך תזיין את האמא שלך בתחת, יא בן זונה.
Here's the take from the box office, Shuli.
Of course, Jenny. Thanks. I appreciate it. You're the best. Take care, kiddo.
Hey, Shuli, have you seen the money? I need it for the deposit after the show.
Nah, pal. I haven't seen it. But I have pizza. Who doesn't love pizza?
Shuli, I don't care what anyone says about you. You're the best. This is why I like you so much better than Carl.
Thanks, buddy.
God, Tukey, this has to stop. You're a monster. Like a cross between Ellen and Kevin Spacey.
Whoa! Fantastic! Hey, OJ, come tickle my taint a little. I can't get it up for this potato anymore.
This is humiliating, sir. This is the price for being on your show. I'm not sure it's worth it. Oh, wait. What am I thinking? Of course it is. Let me try again.
Hey, Chris, give me a hand here, will you?
All these years, I never knew how he cleaned those things.
Ah! Get out of here. Quit being an Andy.
Damn it! Busted again. Damn it.
Listen to me. No. Okay. Listen to me. No. Listen to me. No. Listen to me.
Oh my. Rocco, your anus is supple, with a very youthful appearance, and your prostate is full of fluid.
Yo, I can feel your fingers tickling my tonsils.
Oh, the indignity. Here you go, my friend. I always strive to help those in need. Let's see. It was in Mensa, you know. Comedy at Carl's house. This must be the place. Excuse me. I'm a celebrity. Excuse me. Move, you dumb fuck.
Applause. Stage lights. All right, so that was fantastic.
It was magical.
A very funny video that Steve mostly wrote, and Coke Logic does a great job with the animations, and all of our voice acting was superb, I have to say. That's not AI, baby.
Oh, I was going to say.
That's not AI. That's all of our wonderful talents coming to the screen. Hellraiser 69 $5 says, I had a blast over the weekend. It was a pleasure meeting You all hope to see you again soon. Hellraiser 69, I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being there. Thanks for being part of it. Michael P, job well done all around. Go Bills. Go Bills, Michael P. Good to see you there, buddy. Gobbles Monster Puppet, member for 6 months. Will Carl address the problems we had with the live streaming and why it didn't work for a lot of us? If it didn't work for you, email me and we can work through that. It worked for most people. And so if there were issues, it was mostly issues with getting their password because the password was emailed to whatever email address you signed up with. And it could have gone in the spam folders and stuff. So that was mostly the problems that I saw. And then once I was resent the emails and told people that they were able to watch. So let me know if you're having problems. Michael P, I advise you buying an Andreessen jersey. Oh yeah, we were talking about jinxing a lot of the Bills players and the jerseys that we own. I have a Milano jersey. I don't want to get into it. Peltrocast with Darren. Darren was hanging out with us. $2 says, Carl, why did SJ ruin Grant's Mountain Dew collection? Funny story about that, actually, Peltrocast. I was talking to my brother about how, I make the joke that John broke into my brother's house and stole all of his Mountain Dew collectibles. And I guess my mom was talking to my brother's just like, I can't believe John did that.
Oh.
She's still not understanding the humor of the Dabblebirds at this point. But that was very funny that she took that literally. Woody from Syracuse, $5. Breaking news. The estate of Jim Morrison posted that my rendition of Roadhouse Blues at karaoke is way better than that stuttering beef knob. I agree, Woody from Syracuse.
I do too.
Woody was fantastic. He was great all weekend.
He really was. Very energetic.
Yes. Happy Valley Wrecking Crew, $10 says, congrats on the great event. It was fun meeting you all. Sorry you had to endure me at Melinda's level intoxication. I didn't notice. Don't worry
Lost
about
on
it.
me.
Yeah. I didn't notice. Saturday was a long day. We'll get into that. No more shoeies equals world peace. Had a great time at Rochester this weekend. My first WTP event and looking forward to more. Thanks to Carl and all who attended, except Shuli. He's gay. I understand your take on Shuli, sir. It's very obvious with the way you present yourself. Yes, come to the Magic Bag in Ferndale, Michigan, October 25th. That's our third year in a row playing there. And we always sell it out, and it's always a blast. And we're months out, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of tickets left. VIP sold out immediately, and we've sold most of the room. So if you want to come see us in Ferndale, get on that.
Don't wait till the last minute.
Shit show. Member for 3 months says, if Carl's there, it's a gay bar. Yeah, okay. I see what you did there. Dang Lizard. Has the Secret Service come to your house?
He goes to the bank, it becomes a gay bar.
That's a gay bank. Dang Lizard, €2. Has the Secret Service come to your house yet? The answer is no. And we'll talk about that momentarily, Dang Lizard. I assume you got the stream over in Europe. Michael C. So what are the actual tapes being played? Hack! Yeah, we'll talk about the tapes. There's some controversy around that. I want to get everyone's take on it, though. Drunk Engineer, $5. Isn't any bar Carl walks into technically a gay bar?
Yeah.
All right. Like-minded thinking. I don't think they stole it. I just think, sometimes it's parallel thoughts. Annie coming in. They will never be able to take this weekend away. Yes, Annie. Great time hanging out with her. She came over to my house for Wednesdays for these podcasts. We went out to La Casa afterwards. Don't tell people I hang out at La Casa. People start stalking me there. And then we went to the Playhouse.
Also a gay bar.
Yeah. We went to the Playhouse.
Yeah, Rochester's full of gay bars.
Played
Suddenly.
Everywhere I go with him.
Played some video games and stuff. Vegas beer sales Jerry $2. Did you know about president threat before made? No, I did not. I had no idea that was happening. Would not have done that. Michael C. $2. Helga, will you give Carl a bloody ass? Helga could definitely give me a bloody ass. I made a comment about how Helga talks. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to get my penis between my butt cheeks and let it sit there all day. And she gave me great advice. She said, "We got to practice." Good to know.
I heard that.
Yeah. It doesn't just happen automatically, I guess. Got to practice.
Yeah, the first time's a doozy.
Big Daddy Dodo. It was great meeting y'all. You had such a great job. You did such a great job. I had a friggin' blast. Nice meeting fellow chatters also. Yes. That was great. Jenny Jingles came up big with the name tags.
Yes.
We learned that from Hackamania.
We did.
It was so much easier to just start talking to people like, oh, hey, I know you, the Great Sea Moose, or I know you, Big Daddy Dodo.
Yes. Because I don't know what a lot of people look like.
Big Daddy Dodo gave me a t-shirt and a sticker as well.
I got a T-shirt too.
That was cool. Thank you.
Generosity was flowing.
It really was.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Really cool.
It was
stuff.
a great event.
A lot of creative artists.
Troy stayed with me, and there is artwork everywhere.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a lot of swag he left behind. Thank you, Troy.
Cool. Troy Smith, one of the good ones.
Yeah.
High and Tight, $2 says, in the morning, my lovelies. In the morning to you, High and Tight. Michael C. Veto the PDF file for prison. This is the wrong program for that, sir. You get over to the biggest problem in the universe with that. The Duke of the Delusional. Trade wood paneling for the TSN wallpaper? No. That place that they were staying at, that Airbnb, gay. It was fine. It's nice.
Did you ever figure out where they were?
Williamson? Is that true?
If that is, that's so far away.
They weren't even close to Rochester.
No.
Yeah, I think that's where they were. At that point, just stay at the Hyatt. What are you guys doing? I guess they had a, live stream.
I thought they were at the Hyatt based on that wallpaper behind them. For
Yeah.
The skull. It looked like a banquet room. You know?
Right. Yeah, it kind of did. But no, it was an old farmhouse somewhere out in the boondocks.
Williamson. All right.
Well, at least they didn't get their car stolen.
Yes.
Shmuel Buckman, $2. Jenny, voice of an angel. Carl needs better shirts. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Sold a lot of shirts this week then, though.
We did.
Mike Damone, $2. Thanks for reading my question at DabbleCon 2 FSJ. Yes, Anthony had fun with that. Bully, $2 says, did anyone tally number of times Carl said VTL is Spectrum? It was 0. 0 times. Captain Kickass, $5. Great show. Everyone was great. JD Jingles is a sweetheart. Carl, label fell off my hot sauce.
Yeah.
It's still delicious, though. Still delicious.
What's inside the bottle that counts if the bottle
Right.
is intact.
Joe Black says 143. Me and my missus had a blast. Y'all rule. Thank you, Joe
Awesome.
Black. I'm glad that you were able to drag the missus out. I talked to a few people who did that, but it seemed like everyone had a good time.
Yeah, very few people did that.
Painkiller. I remember Painkiller.
Oh, yeah.
We met Painkiller at Lux,
Yes.
and he traveled all the way from Maine.
Yeah.
And then immediately regretted it. But I think he had a good time. You better treat Jenny right, Carl. I'm going to steal her. JK, thanks for being so nice, all three of you. Yeah, no.
Painkiller.
Painkiller, you're the man. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. Douche of the Dabbleverse says, bet you weren't about to tell Big Helga any different about selling her merch. Yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, no problems here.
Yeah. Can I get you more merch?
Here, have some of ours.
I actually had her sign my book that she wrote. I got her autograph. I didn't see a line for her merch table, so I wasn't like sweating it. It's not like she was selling Iron Maiden shirts or something.
Yeah, you didn't have to shut it down.
Right. Ricky, $32.25. Watched the show online and it looked like a blast. Waiting for DC 3 to be announced.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, these people. Can we rest? Can we just rest a little bit?
You got to give the people what they want.
No, never.
Oh.
That's my motto.
Nope.
Nick K. Jingles killed it in the memoriam. Best part.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jenny, you were fantastic in that.
Thank you. I was
Not an easy song. to
No,
sing.
and as I've said, I don't get nervous when I sing usually. I was very nervous to do that, but it was fun.
Yeah. Well, it's hard too because everyone's cracking up laughing at the video that's happening,
That
and you're
actually-
singing the saddest song.
Yeah.
That made it better for me that people were laughing because I'm like, oh, they're not listening to me. That's
It
good.
was impressive, not to get ahead of ourselves, but there's no drums. It's
No.
long, sustained notes.
Yep.
That's tough to pull off in that kind of a room.
And there's one thing that comedy clubs are not known for. It's monitor speakers. I had to ask multiple times, can we be able to hear the stuff on the stage too? Is that cool? Can we get some monitors?
I did
At
have
one point,
monitors.
Vinny goes, yeah, no, we can't.
Nope.
All right, fair enough.
I guess you just didn't ask nice enough.
I don't ask nice at all. Deadfool, $10 says, I partied way too hard, but it was a great weekend. Same here.
Oof, I'm still at it.
I'm a rookie.
Michael C., did you fire the DEI hire EDR, hypocrisy police? I was hoping that EDR was going to show up.
Yeah, he said he might.
He was going to try to. He had a busy weekend, but we were messaging quite a bit. We'll get him at the next one. Franklin Checker, $2. Chipperson video? Maybe next year. Poop vid? Ready.
Well,
Hilarious.
you got to have priorities.
I don't know why. I honestly, to this day, don't know why the Chip Chipperson video didn't play. I'm going to play it for us today, though, in a little bit. That's great. Troll Hunter, $2. Favorite moment from DabbleCon 2? Mine was Melton's tapes. Yes. In fact,
That was such a nice surprise.
we're going to play some of that, too.
Oh, cool.
Yes, because those are fucking hilarious.
The Great Sea Moose coming in with an oddly specific $63.29. I know he has a jingle. One sec. I can never remember if it's under T for thee or G for great. Okay, got it.
Sorry, that's a leftover one from WATS. Apparently got it in after the show ended. Hunter Duke coming in. Amazing job, WTP crew and Soup crew. Had an amazing time, Carl. I know it was your marketing genius that put Kaylee and Missy B on the stage together. It was.
Smoke show times 2.
It was very nice.
I'm glad to see there was a person of color there.
You just wanted to touch his hog?
I love dark meat.
Whoa.
Wow.
Woke Dad. Coming out on this show. Who knew?
Carl is mean war. You and producer Chris. Chris. Yes, I got your name now. Jenny, why don't you come with a real man? And I need a mom wife when mine dies in a tragic accident. Also, sorry, Rob Saul.
I don't know why you're apologizing to Rob Saul. You should be apologizing to us, but maybe that's what the point of that was. So let's talk about the porn bomb. Okay. Heard around the world. Before the show started, at my house finalizing things for the roast and getting stuff ready, and I see Kevin Brennan put a tweet out, and it says, "Oh shit, Carl from @WhoAreThesePod is going to use copyrighted music to prevent people from sniping. Oh shit, I'm sure @YouTube and @YouTube Creators and @YouTube Music is going to be all over that. Will it be Isotopes Classics or new ballads he has written for his mom wife?" So I think that this old man's an idiot and was very confused and doesn't realize that we weren't doing things on YouTube. You are. We can do whatever we want because we're not on YouTube. That was the whole reason why we set up the system the way that we did, so that we could play anything we wanted to and wouldn't get taken down or demonetized. But if someone was sniping us, we could get them taken down or demonetized with porn bombs.
Yes.
And this fucking idiot, even though I warned him, I said, it's actually going to be a video of your wife getting bukkakied by her boyfriend. Please snipe away, old man. So I tried to warn him, but he did it anyway. And we had 2 porn bombs loaded up. There was both famous ones from Stuttering John's show, the shit video. Who could forget that one? And then the other one was the KJB video, which was not a good thing to say if the Secret Service is paying attention. Thankfully, the Secret Service was not paying attention. They never are, it turns out. Turns out those guys were chucked the fuck out. So it was fine. But some people were offended by who actually got the feed. And I do feel bad about that. I literally told I wasn't in charge of the porn bombing. I literally told people who were running the thing, like, we can just have a nice, attractive, naked lady. It could be something that we all agree is fine, but it's totally against YouTube's terms of service. Doesn't have to be anything nefarious, anything crazy. Just a hot chick. Maybe she's squirting. I don't know. Something fun everyone can get down with.
Each to their own, I say.
But instead they went with, some Dabbleverse lore. It makes sense to play those videos because John got hit with both of those. So that's what we hit Kevin Brennan with. And that's fun. It's fun that Kevin Brennan got hit with a porn bomb trying to snipe our show. He thought he had it all figured out. He's like, oh, they're going to play copyrighted music. I'll just hit it on. I'll put mute on. Okay. Put on mute when someone's taking a shit. Good luck with that.
Hey, at least you don't hear it.
Huh?
Well, right. It was very loud too. I think it was overmodulated. And
no one wants that.
That's fun.
Well, so Vinny had those clips loaded in, but he's listening to the room audio. He's managing the room while also running the live stream. So when he hit those clips, he had no idea what the audio was. I think if he did, I don't think he would have played them more than once because the audio was not great. And not anything that I would have put on the show personally. But the only people who heard that audio were the people who were streaming it. No one in the club even knew that was happening.
Correct. No, I had no clue until the next morning.
So it's only the people who were streaming it. And then, there's some assholes who try to get people in trouble. Oh, let's get people in trouble. Fucking annoying. But it worked the way we wanted it to work. One of the guys who was doing his roast set was interrupted by them a couple of times. That was Cardiff Electric.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
What's up,
hello.
Cardiff?
I made it home alive.
Wow.
I only got
made
like
home
10
alive?
minutes, but I just wanted to
okay.
pop on and say hello.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you're on here because I am going to play your Gene Simmons thing. I might as well jump to that since you're here.
Has that already eclipsed DabbleCon, Carl?
No.
Oh, okay.
it's not that.
But it's
important.
pretty fucking good.
It's pretty amazing. I'll give you credit for this. So first off, let's set this up, Cardiff.
Yes.
What was going on? You're driving back to Minnesota. You're going through what, Niagara Falls?
Yes. The usual Rochester to Minnesota route of right through Niagara Falls.
Right. The scenic route, they call it.
He
We
takes
pull
me to the
into-
mist.
Yes. We pull into a Tops. Not a Tops, a Target. We went to Target to grab some stuff before we crossed into the Minnesota border.
Mm-hmm.
And grabbed a couple things, got into the car and like, oh shit, we should grab some waters for the road. You know, just to be hydrated. We've seen what happens if you're not hydrated. If you get dehydrated, we don't want to go to the hospital here.
Right.
So there was a Dollar Tree. We run into the Dollar Tree just to grab some waters, and there's no water. It was weird. Like I just wanted to grab a couple bottles of water and there's nothing. Like, but we saw Tops. I guess we could have gone back to Target, but there was a Tops a couple doors down, a little closer. So we're like, let's run into Tops.
None of these details are necessary in this story, but keep going.
It's
I'm gonna go
very
to Tops to get
necessary.
water.
It was karma.
Okay. I got
Because
it.
I wouldn't have gone into Tops. There's no reason to go into Tops if Dollar Tree didn't have water.
Right.
And we walk in and there's news cameras and all these losers in Kiss t-shirts. And sorry, Jenny.
Hey.
Yeah, you were wearing a Kiss shirt this weekend.
I forgot.
And I'm like, what's going on here? And someone said, well, Gene Simmons is coming to give some kid an award for buying the millionth case of whatever fucking pop they were calling it he's selling.
What?
Yeah.
That's the most random thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. This kid in Niagara Falls bought the millionth case of whatever this sugar water is that Gene's put his name on.
I'm sure it's delicious and nutritious, but go on.
Of course. And Gene is in town. I guess he's performing at the casino tonight in Niagara.
Alone?
With his solo band.
Oh, he's a solo? I thought he was like done touring.
Sounds
Too
awful.
old for this shit.
What the fuck?
What's he doing?
Well, tickets, and everyone there was telling me that tickets have dropped to like $40. So if you want to go, there's
They're
still
available,
time.
right?
Yeah.
I would imagine.
That's surprising from him. He's a miser.
Yeah, but so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I should hang around. And I was hanging around for about 10 minutes, and I'm like, I should probably do a live stream too. I should have recorded it because the video quality was shit doing it off a live stream.
Oh, is that why it looks the way it looks?
Yeah, it was on 4G, I think, inside the Tops friendly market.
All right, so now that we know the backstory, I'm going to play the video. Cardiff turned into Stuttering John.
I did.
Cardiff, being the great troll that Cardiff is, decided I have an opportunity here to ask a question of the great Gene Simmons.
Hey, Gene, can I ask you a question?
I never touched this.
Any comments on Stuttering John claiming he wrote all your music? Stuttering John Melendez. He said he wrote all your songs.
Okay.
Did he?
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Gene.
Also wrote the Beatles.
He claims a lot of things, Gene.
I bet you could convince John that he did write a lot of those songs.
Probably.
Yeah, it wouldn't take a lot.
It's kind of a funny question. Was that your first gut instinct as a question, or did you go through some other possibilities?
You know what? I'm a fucking idiot because I was standing there just streaming this forever, just like, well, it's a cool moment. Gene Simmons here, whatever. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I need
It
to
took
ask
you
him
8 minutes to realize, like, I should probably get involved in this.
Yeah, I should probably do so. Okay, it looks like they're done doing business. Maybe
Yeah.
I should yell a question at him.
God, I would have asked Norman Fell what he's doing there.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, this is odd. I don't see security or anything.
No,
That's true,
I
yeah.
honestly, if I wanted, like, I didn't want to get kicked out. There was no security. There was no nothing. His band was with him. If I didn't want to get arrested, if I did want to get arrested, this would have been the time to do it.
Are you a bigger guy than Gene?
We were about the same height, but he
That's what I
he
thought.
might have been a little taller than me, but he was in his snakeskin boots, so I'm sure he had some lifts.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
So if you couldn't hear that, Gene goes, is he still around? Talking about Stuttering John.
I don't know. Nobody knows if he's still around. But thank you for asking.
That is true. Nobody knows. He still hasn't come back to the internet yet. So I think he's tweeting and stuff, right?
He retweeted something yesterday, which was new. Yeah.
Okay.
He's still alive. What was that like?
Okay, so that's funny. Gene goes, I was in his music video. So I'm glad that Gene remembers that. That's cool.
If you want, I did make a short of this, and I enhanced his audio.
Oh, you did?
Ended up with it. Yeah, I put something.
We're doing this now.
Oh, you were. You're always great. Sting and a few other people were in it too. Love you, Gene.
Oh, Gene. He's the best.
Hacka.
Hacka.
So that's fun. So you got out of Rochester and got to meet a big rock star celebrity, and everyone else was stuck and stranded in Rochester.
Yeah.
And
I made the right move, skipping the brunch.
poor Tukey.
Yes, he had quite the
Tukey
travel.
went to the airport at 4:00. Flight was delayed. They were there for 6 hours, which Rochester Airport, I don't know what you do in there for 6 hours. There is that video game thing.
You
I
can
guess.
only play Miss Pac-Man so many times, though.
Pong. So then at midnight, they go, yeah, no, your flight's canceled. And I've never heard of this before. He was told he could not get back to Colorado until Wednesday. How's that even possible? There's flights to New York all day long. In New York City. Once you get in New York, you can get anywhere.
Yeah,
I
apparently
understand.
it was getting planes into Rochester. I heard, and it wasn't just Tukey. I got a lot of people. There was the storm that came through. I don't know how bad it hit in Rochester, but it was pretty bad on like around Baltimore area.
Right.
So a lot of
Tukey's
flights coming
plane was
through.
stuck in Baltimore, couldn't get to Rochester. But my point, though, Cardiff, because Melton was going to Scotland afterwards, he was offered $1,500 and a voucher in a hotel room because they were just trying to like make room for other people. And Melton fortunately got to Scotland, so that's good.
Well, that's just because they would have saved $1,500 on fuel.
That's correct. They looked at that guy and they went, "Coach, you sure?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Good thing you guys weren't on the same flight.
Now, apparently, you couldn't get out of Rochester until Wednesday. This makes zero sense to me. I don't even know how that's possible. So, Tukey gets a rental car and drives to Cleveland. Again, I don't understand any of this. There's Buffalo. There's fucking Syracuse. There's lots of other airports closer than Cleveland. But he gets in a car and drives to Cleveland and then flies out of Cleveland in the morning and has now made it back home. But what a fucking nightmare.
He is alive. He is alive.
Yes.
Good.
Thank goodness for that. All right.
But
Cardiff-
DabbleCon was amazing.
Yes,
We had
let's
such a blast.
Let's talk about your roast set. You're getting praise for your roast set. You went
Not
on a little
enough.
too long. You ran the light a bit, but I thought
Whoa,
you were fantastic.
you want to pull the curtain back a little bit there, Carl, or are we going to leave this alone?
What? What do you? Well, I didn't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, thought we were worried that we weren't going to have enough time.
Oh, honestly, I know there was a concern. There's only 7 people roasting. We're like, oh yeah, that's right. Vinny dropped out because he's running the show, and we were planning on having Blind Mike and OJ. We gave him an opportunity. He didn't want to do it. So then we're going, oh shit. There's like 6 or 7 of us. We had the Dr. Steve video as well, and all of us went long. I thought I had 5 minutes. I did over 10. Cardiff, I felt like an eternity, but I don't know how long your set was. No, you were great, Cardiff. You did a really good job. I was very happy for you.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff I was going to cut, but then you were like, we need more time. I had time to fill. I was only going to call Jenny a cunt once until you said,
"Yep,
we need more."
Extend your set.
Keep it coming.
It works every time, man. You got to do it. I want to give props to both Blind Mike and David Collins for helping me out with my set. They submitted some great jokes that I used in my roast. Cardiff, did you have any help, or was that all you?
That was all me.
Look at you.
And I actually wrote that. I was writing for like 3 weeks. I had all this stuff. I scrapped everything Wednesday night. I started from scratch
Really?
Wednesday. Yeah, it just wasn't working, and I started from scratch, and that's what I ended up with.
Wow.
I'm a
I want to
genius,
hear what
yes.
didn't make it. I bet it's gold.
I don't know. I bet it was garbage if you threw it out. I bet it was really bad.
I bet it was cunt jokes.
So I have to say, no one seemed to bomb. That was amazing.
No.
Usually someone bombs. Usually someone's the Tucker Dixon of the roast. But at this one, no one bombed. Mike Morris and Tukey both started with their worst material for some reason. I was like, oh boy. Yeah. And then it got good.
Yeah. Zen kicked. That.
Yes.
Zen
Zen was a highlight for sure. He just had some really creative jokes.
Absolutely.
That were very, very
It
funny.
was a concealed weapon.
Yes. He was fantastic. And I don't know, what were the other highlights from the roast? Anything else any of you guys remember from it or thoughts on it?
I was in the crowd laughing and clapping.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I just was enjoying all of it.
Yeah, the intro. the intro. Even the intro video,
Mm-hmm.
the Coke Logic video that Dr. Steve did was fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, it was. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how well it went, how everything went. It was awesome.
Yeah. Looking back at it, I thought the roast was the thing that could go sideways the easiest. Like, we all know how to podcast. We all were prepared for that. The Dabby Awards, We had all those videos done weeks in advance. I knew that was going to be great. I'm like, the roast is the wild card here. And I couldn't have gone better. I think everyone who was there will tell you it was fantastic. And it's funny. So Doom has taken the clips of all of us and put them up on YouTube. And I've gone back and watched some of them just to remember what people's sets were like. And you go through and you read the comments. There are so many people who wanted it to suck and just have to pretend that it did. Oh, this is terrible. I already heard that joke once before. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
All I know is the crowd was loving it.
Dude, it was, I mean, this is a gay thing to say, but it was electric in there. There was so much energy in the crowd. The moment that Bob Levy came out and started that thing, people were just going nuts. It was fantastic.
Yeah, he brought the energy as usual.
Mm-hmm.
He was great.
I mean, the whole weekend was just the energy from that crowd. Like the crowd was so much fun. Everything. It was just like an amazing fucking.
We tried to wear them out. We started podcasting at noon on Saturday. Didn't go until 9:30 that night. We're trying to wear them out. We couldn't.
No.
Like trying to get the kids to run in the backyard to take a nap. No,
right. Couldn't do it.
We got tired just watching them.
It was amazing. And then karaoke after the roast.
That was so great.
Again, went way better than I expected.
Me too.
People were really into it.
Yeah.
People were really good. And everyone was paying attention and enjoying it. You know, Jenny Jingles always crushes it. Great job.
Thank you.
And you were hosting the roast. But Anthony Cumia went up and did a couple songs. I've never seen him do a song like he did The Rooster.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
By Alice in Chains. I was like, oh, that's a different kind of song for him. And maybe he does that kind of stuff all the time. I don't see him sing karaoke that much, but that was really good. That's not an easy song to sing.
Well, I definitely bombed at karaoke.
Who did?
Me.
Oh, that's right. You fucked up your Dead Beat It song parody.
I know, but Rocco got it all on tape.
Yes. I'll play that tonight on Potato Soup.
Yay!
Nice. Very good. Oh, you're going up against Uncle Rico tonight.
Yeah. Whatever.
Right.
I want to hang with my buddies tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
As you
care if
should.
8 people are watching.
I'm sure you have a lot of people over there.
805 Card Flectric.
There were, I gotta say, for the karaoke thing, there's people who sing songs that they think they can sing really well or they know really well, but they're bummer songs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. No. And a karaoke thing, especially this, we're all trying to have a good time. Don't sing your bummer songs. I mean, am I wrong about that? Is that bad form to sing a bummer song at karaoke?
No, I think.
What are you setting up?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, they were all fun.
No, there were a couple people who brought some bummer songs.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it goes back to what you were saying about people wanting to find things wrong with it. Like a lot of the comments I'm seeing where people, they were just pandering to the crowd. I'm like, we're doing a fucking live show.
Yeah,
you're supposed to pander to the crowd.
Yeah, we have people who paid for the thing. They come there to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes,
some people spent upwards of thousands of dollars to be there with travel and everything.
You just want people to have fun at your show.
Yes.
Assholes.
All right, so Cardiff, while I still have you here real quick, let's fast forward to Saturday. The live podcast start on Saturday at noon, Potato Soup. You guys were fantastic.
Thank you.
You put together a really nice package. It was cool to see the three of you live doing a podcast for the first time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. OJ was nervous as fuck. I'm sure he'll talk about that tonight. Or that was his first time on a stage for a podcast. He
was nervous to not say anything.
Wear a mask.
Sit there. Yeah, what's he nervous about?
Oh, jeez.
The stakes are so low.
I was talking to him afterwards, and I was like, "Yeah, how did that go for you?" OJ's like, "I don't know, man. I tried to finally say something, and it bombed, and he's all bummed out."
No, he got applause for saying anything. It was amazing.
Right. I
Everyone was so proud of him.
But the jeans were there, so I mean, what else did we need?
He did bring the pissy jeans from DabbleCon 1.
He redeemed himself.
Oh, the couch cushions. Holy shit.
Oh.
Vinny did a great job setting that up. He went out and bought black lights for it.
Yeah.
So that people go in there and analyze all the stains that are on the couch cushions. Those are gross.
And the hazmat sign that was next to him was fucking hilarious.
Yes. That was great.
Another shout out to Lockie.
Yeah. The stuff that Lockie brought, the cornhole boards.
Yes. Those were so cool. I didn't know he did those.
Oh, yeah. Those are incredible. He does
amazing.
Just the best work. So Shitterson mailed the couch cushions. Props to Sheet Shitterson. More on him in a bit. Lockie came in and brought so much cool shit. He also did a whole thing for the All Apologies podcast. I don't know if you saw that in the Rickles room. It was back there.
No.
But a lot of cool stuff.
But yeah, the hazmat sign was Lockie too.
A lot of great creators who dedicate their creative efforts to helping all of this be more fun. So we appreciate that. That's the part of this community. And I'm going to get into the Dabbler of the Year award that didn't actually work at the Dabbies. I'm going to play all the videos that I had put together for it because the
ones Vinny fucked up.
Yeah, the ones Vinny fucked up.
Okay,
The
good.
best, he was so mad at me. The best part of this community, I was obviously joking when I said
Yeah,
Vinny
just
fucked
like you
that
didn't
up.
want pizza. Sure.
Right.
You were just kidding. All right, I got to bounce.
All right,
Love
Cardiff.
you all more than
See you, buddy.
See you, buddy.
Bye, Cardiff.
pizza. I don't know. Bye.
So the podcast day was weird for me because it's not my normal prep time. I was all sorts of fucked up because normally I get up and I prep until the show starts at 2. And we had to get over there early. We got over there like 11:15. I just wanted to make sure everything was up and running and things were good. And it was all on time. Everything was good. I had to eat some food because I didn't eat any food the day before. And so it was a little bit weird. I kind of prepped some on Friday and then some Saturday morning. I forgot to bring one specific cable. I just left it on the desk. I did this at Hackamania too. I just needed this one cable. I just left it on my desk in my office. And so I was trying to run a second monitor because I usually use 3 monitors, but I'm like, okay, I can do 2 live. And then my second monitor shit the bed immediately.
Ugh.
Right out of the gate. Like, fuck. So now I'm there trying to like recreate my screen and get everything crammed in so I can still see my notes and play my videos. And I'm just like, hey, Anthony, what do you think about Rob Saul? I'm like, please just fill some time for me here while I get this figured out.
That man has been put on the spot for that a couple of times.
By me specifically. I
Could
know.
forget New York.
Oh, God.
He's like, I'm tap dancing as fast as I can over here.
I'm the worst. It wasn't anything like New York. I quickly
No,
recovered. And
you did.
Hopefully most people didn't even realize it was happening. But the highlight of the WATP show, and I thought that our first segment with John and Rob Saul was great. And then we did Opie, which I always love talking to Anthony about Opie stuff. I got to talk to him more about it on Sunday Brunch, which was great. We did the biggest problem in the universe without Dick Masterson. Tony from Hack the Movies was asked to join Vito Gesualdi, and Vito was completely unprepared.
That
and
was
Tony,
really funny.
Yeah, and Tony was there at the show.
Yes.
So it worked out great. Lucy and Andy came up and presented that part. But the highlight to me was Melton's security video.
Oh, those are so
I asked him.
I've seen it 3 times since. I just have to
We're gonna watch it
confess.
again.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
We've seen this, but we've never seen it from this angle before, and it's so much funnier. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, and I pleaded with Patrick to let us do this. When John was going cross country, he made a stop in Las Vegas, and he was going to go to everyone's house and beat them up. He didn't go to Kevin Brennan's building. He also went to Patrick Melton's house. He's supposed to go by Anthony's and Shuli's. He didn't make it to those places, but whatever. So he decided he was going to like put on this whole show, bravado. I'm going to go beat this guy up. And Patrick had it recorded immediately, while it was happening. And he was going to put it out as part of his show, Nobody Likes Onions. But then like the Kate Meanie stuff happened. And so much happened that week that John was traveling across country that it became like old news immediately. So he was just kind of sitting on it. And I go, well, Patrick, if you're sitting on this footage, why not bring it? No one's going to appreciate it more than this crowd here
Absolutely
at DabbleCon. Yes. And I was right about that. People went fucking nuts for it.
It was insane.
Yeah, so let me just play some of it. So this is John getting ready to fight.
I love the slow reveal of the opening sequence.
Oh, the opening sequence. I wasn't going to play that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, talk about it though.
Well, you hear him, but you don't see him walking into frame very slowly and very tough guy-ish.
Yeah.
Followed by Vegas
beer sales Jerry.
Yeah.
But he looks like a little person.
Yeah, no.
And that's what's so funny about it.
It's the perfect angle.
Yeah.
Okay,
so now yeah, so we had to see all this stuff before this. Oh, fuck it. Let me just play that. You talked about it. It's funny. All of this is funny.
People grow some rules.
Here he comes in the frame. His costume is
Right in front of the house. Yeah. Doc's dress. So you know.
So Beer Sales Jerry there has 2 tasks. He's going to have to film John doing this, but he also has to give him this device that John has. What is this device that John has? Does anybody know?
Didn't somebody say it was because he doesn't have aux in his car or Bluetooth or anything, and it's his car speaker, radio, something?
Yes. So this is the radio he uses in his car because his car is so old. It doesn't have Bluetooth. He can't just listen to shit from his phone like the rest of the world. I was going to say America, the world. And so John's such a poor man that he has this device that he plays his music on while he's in his car.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's nothing I've ever seen before.
Okay. All right.
It's almost like one of those old, if you guys remember when Sirius, he's getting warmed up with the boxing
I love
stuff.
that.
If you guys remember when Sirius first came out, they obviously had the cars with the car antenna, or I got the car antenna that went up on the magnet on the roof, and then the wire came in, you put in the aux, and you listen to it going way back. But then they also had the freestanding radios.
The hardware, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like one of those old radios you would get for satellite way back in the day before they were streaming on the internet. All right. No, he's waiting for Jerry to figure out whatever he's got to figure out. All right, we're gonna do this. What's going on? I love that Melton put this together for us. It's so funny.
I wish John would just start hitting Jerry like a heavy bag.
Come on, Jerry, let's go. All right, so this is hilarious.
Okay. Run!
What a boob. He's standing in the middle of the road in this residential neighborhood. He never went up to the door. He never rang a doorbell. He never knocked. Yeah. He's just standing pretty far away.
Yeah.
And screaming in the middle of the street.
It's almost like he doesn't want any conflict.
Yeah, you think?
And I love this master image of the shadow that's twice as tall as him.
Yeah. Yeah, he got there real early in the day, didn't he? Fucking sun's almost down already.
Do it. I said we have a talk. Come on, man. I'm fucking here. Let's do it.
Oh, here we go. That little spazzy thing.
Come on, man.
Is that what he thinks tough guys do?
Yeah, right before they dance.
Right, yeah. Let's rub our nipples together. Come on.
Come on, man. Let's do it.
It's so
Come on,
great.
man.
And then this video.
The only thing he even did there was bust his own stuff.
Right.
Dropping it on the pavement.
My favorite part about this video is how he picks it up.
Yeah.
This man is not long for this world. And the fact that he's going to fight anyone is insane.
He's not going to fight anyone.
No, he definitely could not. The bagel boss would beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah, me too. I'd pay for that.
Because I suspect.
He whispers.
Yeah, just as I suspected. No one's coming out, even though I'm standing in the middle of the road and looking towards his house. So watch him pick up his stuff here.
Well, Vegas fear. Looks like that guy is the big coward that we thought he was. Arrow, what's off?
Whoa. What is that, Grandma? What are you doing? Grandma, let me get that for you. You look like you're struggling there.
Arrow, what's off?
Oh, no.
Imbarahosa! Imbarahosa!
Could you imagine his neighbors sitting outside grilling and this is happening?
So this is a W for him.
Yeah, this was all planned out. Then I'm going to walk away. I'm going to be looking back and yelling at the house, and you'll be filming me. This is all embarrassing. It was the highlight of my weekend, honestly.
I loved this version of it because I saw obviously what he did.
Yep.
But this is so much better.
Yes. And now that it's out there, I want to see what the fans do with it. Like when he was going
walk.
for his walk.
Yeah, you're right.
There was a jillion brilliant pictures.
Call. That is a good call. Now, so yes, that was Troll Hunter. That was my highlight as well. We'll get into the tapes and Uncle Rico in just a moment. Keel all the juice, $1. That's creative. Scipio, $20 says, great show. Watched it online. Any chance you could remove the porn bomb from the replay next time? Not easy to explain to my wife why I'm watching someone screaming that they hate basketball Americans while a woman shits. Oh, come on. You can explain that. how hard could it be? Come on. Levyverse coming with $10. Great job, kids. Fun time at hashtag Levy Horse. Thanks, Levyverse. Great hanging out with Bob and all those guys. We got a lot of fun times back in the green room and up on stage, obviously. SD187, $5. Dabby started on fire, began teetering with Brian, fell into abyss with Missy, LTB, full-blown disaster. Disaster with you, Shuli, before recovery. Big time was this close. Anyone following that?
No. But it sounds like mostly complaints.
To abyss with Missy, LTB.
Big time was the closer.
Okay. It was fun. We had a good time.
We had fun.
Lockie. Hey, Lockie's here. Great weekend. Jingles crushed the memorial.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lockie. You were awesome at this. Thanks for all you do. Mark Batista. DabbleCon 3. The Dabblers take Cape Coral. Meetup Thursday at Stevie Tomatoes. Yes. Plus a free kayaking brunch in the scene shit trenches on Sunday.
Scenic
Shit
trenches.
Trenches. Thank you. Wow. That was the hardest thing I've ever read for some reason. Thank you, Mark Batista. I'd be down with that.
I'm not getting in those trenches.
Cape Coral's beautiful. These fucking assholes. How do you pronounce this person's name? I don't know. Destraga?
Destriga.
JetBlue sucks. I'm trapped in Rochester. DabbleCon 2 was great. I'm glad how personable everyone at DabbleCon was. My flight is also Wednesday. I live in Queens, so it's not so bad. You're trapped in Rochester. You live in Queens. You can make the drive.
Yeah.
You can make it happen, but I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
That does suck. What is happening?
What is happening? I'm not even sure. It's August. What's all this weather? Why are all these flights being canceled? This happens in the wintertime sometimes, but it's weird.
I got home in 5 minutes.
Humble brag.
Grum TV is a new member. Thank you, Grum TV. Jay Phoenix, $5. John will be so happy to hear that Gene Simmons asked about him and mentioned his music video. Yes, he will.
Yeah. Oh.
He'll be very excited he remembers that for sure. Zach Koppman, $5. What an amazing weekend. Carl, Zen, and Potato killed Friday night. Jenny Jingles, you are a pretty lady.
Aw,
what an
thanks.
amazing weekend. Chris, you the man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank
It's good to see you, man. Oh, Tickle Me Tookie's another guy we met. DC2 was amazing. Haven't had that much fun in a long time. Guess I should get out more.
Yes.
I talked to a lot of people who that was really a highlight for them. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad we could do that. OJ ruled. Hi, Kev. Thank you, Flat Cat Jessica. Darth Nugs. My wife knows very little about all of this, and she loved the roast. The Bob Cardiff Zen combination set the tone for a great weekend. Thanks, guys. Yes, I agree. They were fantastic. Hey, my boy Hulkamania. Gifting 5 Who Are These Podcast memberships. If you were gifted a membership, that means you can watch Who Are These Podcasts live every Wednesday and Saturday. You get a link if you go to the community tab on YouTube. Also, we put out 2 bonus shows every single month. I actually put out the entire Who Are These Podcasts video from DabbleCon for members. It's also up on our Patreon if you want to sign up for that. Nick JR, $10. I missed the Saturday night event because some family obligations, but being there and hanging with everyone was fantastic. By the way, I was burned out. Still worth it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a long weekend. A lot of festivities. I don't know why we do so much. It's crazy.
Want the people to get their money's worth.
We do. John's Gibby Halloween Hand. Jay Jingles killed with the singing. See you in Ferndale.
Yeah.
Oh, John's Gibby Halloween Hand. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah.
I want to meet
I
you.
have name tags for a reason.
And Hulkamania gifted another 10. Who Are These Podcast memberships? That's amazing.
Hulkamania.
Yay, super chats.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat, Hulkamania. You might also agree we need more weekly curb stomping threats from the Army Major.
Wasteer, $5. It was my first live show. Worth riding 6 hours one way and getting caught in the rain going back. I definitely will be going to more in the future. Thank you.
Yay.
Wasteer. Thanks for coming. Thanks for making the drive. Tell your friends. It is worth coming to these live shows. 76 SPZL. Loved karaoke. Jenny helped me with Orange Crush.
I did.
Okay. That's
but
a
barely.
fun one.
I just stood there to support.
Dave Daffler, remember for 12 months. What is that? Keychains. Yes. We had the keychains.
We did actually.
Oh my gosh. I have hilarious keychains. I should have brought one down here. I'll show you guys another time. But Ted's Keychain Emporium.
Do you want me to go grab one?
Nah, it's fine. Okay. I'll explain it because you can't really see it anyway.
That's true.
Sent me a giant bag of keychains. We had them there for people. And it was just this little plastic, clear.
Like that big.
Square with our logo so tiny in the middle. It was the smallest thing possible. It was very funny.
I loved it.
Fungi Brian says, DabbleCon absolutely blew away all of my expectations. Everyone was nicer in person than I could have hoped for, and the roast was epic. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I agree. Reverend Shit St. Pepper Pooper, I was not consulted on the doo-doo bombs, just saying. No, you were not. You were not a part of it. Rumpled Trenchcoat of Columbo podcast. Melton security footage was unbelievable. That idiot literally was picking a fight with an empty house.
Yeah.
And he didn't even win. The Area 51 rioter says, hiya, Carl. Also, please cover Chris Chan new video and Cyrax FSJ. Oh, is there a new Chris Chan video?
That is the second request of that today.
It might be the same person. But yeah, Chris Chan is so boring. But I heard that there's something interesting going on, so I will check into that. Thank you. Red 4735 $5. Sorry I couldn't make it. Looked like a blast. Hoping for DabbleCon 3 if John is still alive, or another East Coast WTP live show. Hell yeah. Ferndale ain't that far. Dang Lizard, €2. It's going to be DabbleCon 3, and we put the fun in funeral. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's very possible.
I just a more morbid thought. Instead of the cushions, it's going to be like a coffin.
Oh, that's too bad. Anyway,
It won't
Garrett
be.
Franklin with $10 says, yo, I never get to tip. My show is about to pop on live. Thanks for blowing our spot. Figured I'd stop in and at least pay respects. Thank you, Garrett Franklin. I appreciate that. And who's this guy? Who's this handsome guy right here? Dr. Steve from Weird Medicine just gifted 10. Who are these podcast memberships? Thank you, Dr. Steve.
Everybody was missing him, including me.
Yeah, he did so much for the show. And he was a highlight. Blind Mike was singing his praises when he was reviewing the roast. Steve contributed so much to the show, and it was fantastic. Would have been great if he was there, but he still brought it. It was a big presence.
And sold some Dabble Dice.
Oh, right. Did I get Dabble Dice?
I don't think so.
Fuck! I want Dabble Dice. Everyone in merch.
I might know a
Zenpig.
guy.
Hey, Doc, do something for us.
Zen Picks, and thanks for giving me a shout out. I said Zen Pick, but yeah, it's fine. I was told I stole that from a chatter. Fair enough. KJ coming with $20. Can't wait for SJ shadowboxing outside Melton's house to be turned into a song. Patiently waiting for a Boston show, but live stream DabbleCon 2 was fun. Well, thank you, KJ, for being there. And yeah, I would like to go to Boston.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
haven't forgotten.
I'm sad that Carl didn't invite me. After all those sexy texts you sent me, I was so sad I took a walk to the local basketball court and sucked off a team of men to prove I'm not gay.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's actually how you do it.
I have not heard anything about DabbleCon. 6 shows combined couldn't compare to my anniversary show. Your fat, ugly, autistic audience couldn't even muster up an F slur chant. Another win for the toe.
I have to say, Blind Mike's show yesterday, it's fantastic. He covered a lot of the Kevin Brennan stuff and DabbleCon stuff because Mike watched all of it, but also covered what happened with Aaron Imhold after his 10th anniversary show, which was last weekend, where he came on, he was all proud of himself, and he thought it went great, and he's patting himself on the back. And then Melton releases the tapes, and it shows that his audience is stuck in 1983, where they're just chanting gay slurs and racial slurs, and he's cheerleading the whole thing, and he's trying to get a job back in radio. So this happens, and everyone's just like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, guys, after saying how great it was, and that the haters can't even hate because everything was so amazing, then he comes back on after everything leaks, and he goes, I don't think we can do comedy shows anymore. You guys can't control yourselves. Even though he was leading the chants and was definitely encouraging people to do it, then he turned around and was just like, yeah, this has nothing to do with me, guys. That's not what I do. And Mike broke that down masterfully, so worth checking out. Fucking Husey. Husey Entertainment was £5. Says, my DabbleCon 2 tickets just arrived. Can't wait to see you all this weekend. Dibs on singing Where Eagles Dare on karaoke. You know that band, Caro? Asshole. Fethian, $5 says, I heard you were dissing Utica. Next time you're looking for an upside down sheet pizza, take your business elsewhere. Rumple Trenchcoat. Dr. Steve killed it at the roast like it was his job. Oh! I like it. I see what you did there. That's from a Columbo podcast. Grum TV, $10. Very great show. Super lovely meeting everyone, both creators and chatters alike. Thank you, everybody. No matter where you live, making the trip is worth it. Skull, R.I.P. John's Cushions. Yes, we did finally retire John's Cushions once and for all. What are you going to pay to sit on my cushions? No one was allowed to touch them. I love what John thought. The whole event was just going to be people pay to sit on his couch. No, we brought up
nobody
a
wanted
bunch
to
of
do
shows, and nothing had to do with people touching your couch. That'd be ridiculous. All right, let's talk about the tapes. So Uncle Rico comes on, and their whole show format is just playing the Kate Meanie phone calls, the wildly illegally recorded Kate Meanie phone calls. And there was some mixed reaction to it. So I wanted to get your guys' take on what you thought was the highlight. What did we learn about this?
I thought it was going to be so much worse.
A lot of people did, but it was pretty bad. I think
it wasn't great.
There was
but
there's a lot of build-up. There's a lot of expectation, but there's some crazy shit.
Well,
that John said. I mean, he implemented himself in a lot of federal crimes.
I understand why he wouldn't want those out for certain reasons.
Yeah.
But it's not any worse than some of the stuff that he just says normally.
Oh, I don't know about that. What did you think, Producer Chris? What was the...
Well, what stuck out for me was the cocaine segment.
Yes. Now, I went to the bathroom, so I missed some of that.
Okay. But you got the gist of it from other people. Okay. When I think about when it was revealed that there was recordings, his fake concern for Kate and his outrage about this, him calling Kate's mom and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that he's planning on doing coke with her.
Yeah, he was the one saying, why don't you come to my nephew's wedding?
Yeah.
I'll bring the blow for us.
And it's not like I'm surprised, but it's just that
ridiculous.
he would spin it that way afterwards.
It's crazy
Yeah.
that this asshole could be like, yeah, she needs an intervention. Someone's
Right.
got to help her. I just a caring friend. Like, no, you're not. You're just pissed that she rejected you. Obviously. We all see it. It's so obvious.
That's why we're doing this.
And to try to get her mom involved or any family members involved in that.
Yeah.
It's such a scumbag movie. Such a piece of shit. And that's why anytime people feel bad for John and we all go through these things, we're like, oh, maybe it's too much. And he does something like that. You're like, oh, no, he's garbage. He's a garbage person who deserves everything he gets in life.
Yep. So that was my main take.
Yeah, that was my main take, too, was the coke stuff. He was shipping it to his house in Cape Coral, but then also throwing his buddy Hitman Dan under the bus and saying, why don't we throw him under the bus?
That got a lot of reaction from
But
the
yeah,
crowd.
saying like, oh yeah, that guy can get coke for us. We'll get a couple grams. We'll be good to go. I can't imagine going to a family member's wedding and my plan is to be zooted. You know what I'm going to do at this wedding? I'm going to be fucking zooted out of my mind the whole time. That would be great.
Even at your buddy's wedding, do you need that much blow?
No.
How long do you plan on being there?
Right. That's an after the wedding activity, in my opinion. But wait, what do I know? What a scumbag he is. And that I think is going to hurt him with his family a lot, because I can only imagine that his brother, whoever, was putting on that wedding, just like, dude, that was your plan? To show up here and do drugs at your nephew's fucking wedding? With a girl who's
with that idiot?
half the age of you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that is the other thing, is her fucking laugh.
Ooh, it's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know how he puts up with it.
It's somewhere between a cry and a yodel.
I mean, if John pretends that he didn't want to fuck her, you don't have multiple phone calls with her if you're not trying to fuck her. Because that is hard.
That's a good point.
To deal
Then
with.
what are you doing?
Then what are you doing? You're torturing everyone. It's crazy. And, Kate's playing into it. I'm not saying that this is the real Kate Meanie. We don't know. She knows she's recording this and that she's going to hand it over to other podcasts to play. But it's nuts the way that she responds to John. Anyone ever tell you how funny you are? One of the
Has
highlights.
anybody ever told you how funny you were?
One of the highlights on there. She is just building him up so she can knock him down. And she did that masterfully. Okay. So Uncle Rico ends. We go out, get some dinner. It was very nice. We come back to the show, and it's time for the Dabby Awards. My parents were there. Very nice to see Mom and Dad hanging out in the crowd. Got a nice applause break from my father.
Mm-hmm.
I actually teared up a little.
Yeah, you got some really good news.
It was really lovely.
With his cancer, and so that was fantastic. Now, we were supposed to start the show with a musical number. Now, last year, we did one. Mike Morse wrote us a musical number. It was going to be me and Julie coming up and singing. And we decided not to do it. But I printed it out, Jen. If you want to maybe sing a little bit of it so people can see what they might have missed out on.
Okay. I don't really know this song, but I will try.
It is, John is quite stupid, douchey, and putrid.
Okay. John is quite stupid, douchey, and putrid. Let's honor that idiot we're stuttering tonight. He is a nitwit, bloated old dipshit. Brains of a simian, we're stuttering tonight. John is a drunk, he is so dumb. And for $2, you can insult his mom. I don't know how the song goes at all.
Yeah.
His nasty feet smell a midget incel. 5'3", and he's not very bright. Hangover tomorrow.
Yeah, hangover tomorrow, stuttering tonight. And it goes on.
And it goes on and on.
So you get the point. I don't know if that would have been a highlight. Shoot, I was just like, I'll just start the show. It's fine. But thank you for Mike Morris for writing that. All right, so this is what I really wanted to show you guys. 2 things coming up right now. The first is I was going up to present the Dabbler of the Year nominees. And so I cut these videos together and I gave them to Looney Tunes Critic, who was helping us out and putting the finishing touches on it so that we could present this to recognize this is an incredible community of creators. I mean, we were talking about it before with all the people, Troy Smith and Lockie and all these people who do so much for the shows. And these guys who have these YouTube channels that make amazing content from Stuttering John stuff, I really wanted to make sure that we acknowledge them. And so this is what got corrupted and didn't play. This is the Dabbler of the Year nominees.
You drunk?
Open the door.
You must be drunk.
Yes, you can. Turn the handle and open it. Turn the handle. Yes, there's somebody knocking on my door. I don't know who it is. He won't leave.
Neat. That might be the television you're fucking waiting for, bro.
Go away. I'm calling the police.
Not with you're not
going
on
to
the phone
call
with
the
me.
police. I
Hang
said,
up on me and call the
go
police.
away. Hello?
Dude, your meds, you taking meds, man? You taking your meds, bro?
Can you please send a squad car here? Thank you.
You are drunk.
Enjoy life in a cage. Enjoy life in your fucking wheelchair prison. And don't worry, Quad. Don't worry. You don't cross the Duke. Everybody knows that. You don't think? You think your life is not going to change now? You wait for it. Wait for it. Why are you attacking Dr. Steve?
Oh.
That
That's
guy
rich.
took
That's so
part
rich.
in attacking me.
That is the best. I love that.
Where's the manga?
Bloody fact.
Man,
I
the
forgot.
Parky,
This is
fucking
amazing.
Parky abandons everybody. Mr. Muddy Bags, Mr. Super fucking Talented Parky. What happens? Goodbye, Gino. Goodbye, Christy. Goodbye, what's the other dude? Joanna. And what the fuck's the other guy's name? I had him on my show, too. Oh, Schultz. Whatever. Goodbye.
People who are just listening to this or don't know what this is, so Psyche, C-Y-K-E, has this amazing thing where he takes Stuttering John, deepfakes Anthony's voice and face on John, and makes it Anthony as John redoing what John said on the show. It's incredible.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yeah. I with the body.
DJ Dabbles.
I with the body, man. I with the body. Yeah. I with the body, man. I with the body. Look at this body. I with the body, man. I with the body. Yeah. I with the body, man. Yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
At the pub on the patio. At the pub on the patio.
But before we,
Kate Meanie.
get to me,
Yeah.
somebody told me I should read out this message to John.
Okay.
I'm not here to play games anymore. He is now going to face consequences and repercussions that he will never be able to recover. Let's see if his family believes all the recordings about them, or are me just planting fake seeds.
Wow.
Whoa.
You still got your Mensa
Mensa
math
math.
merch, John. I'm going to play hero of the victim today, loser. Both. Mike City, shitty internet provider. There you go. Levy Garcia. Who gives a fuck about that dumb show? He got run over by a steamroller and Roger Rabbit. Okay, yeah, that was. Ooh. Well, he obviously has come backing up into his brain. Your celebrity's not why you've gone to hate. Your behavior is. What a lame response to your children showing no empathy or understanding. What? Please put towards your therapy bill for stress. I will. Playboy John Dupree. I don't know what that means. When the Don wins, you ladies are really going to lose it.
No. Hey, Night of the Living Deadbeat. If you want to know the answer to that question, ask your mom. She knows.
She Chitterson. This is incredible.
Oh my God.
You're all mad because you don't have any credits. What did that bring you? Back to me.
That was awesome.
Orson Welles.
Looney Tunes critic.
That's just the New York in me. You can take the New Yorker out of New York, and I was in California, because you can take the New Yorker. Wait, is it? Oh. You can't take. Wait. You can't. You might take the New Yorker out of New York, but you can't take. Oh, man. I can't remember the saying. I feel like George W. Bush.
That's an actual John quote right there.
Jesus Christ.
So great stuff. And then my whole switcheroo gag was going to be, and the winner is, and then play this.
If you
Has your son ever queefed in your face?
one opportunity. If you
Has your son ever queefed in your face?
one opportunity.
So that's right. The Dabbler of the Year, and who could say otherwise?
Well deserved.
The Dabby Award went to Rocco Burrow for getting in one of the funniest John-esque interview questions live in Atlantic City, right next to Stuttering John Melendez.
John breaks away from him like his son just queefed in his face.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe he had PTSD from that. Yeah. Like memories of it. Why is he here now queefing?
Well.
I can't take it anymore. So the other thing that happened that didn't happen on the show, and I was very bummed about that, is that Shuley got Chip Chipperson to put together an acceptance speech on behalf of Sheet Shitterson. Now, if you don't know this, you should. Sheet Shitterson just put together part 1 of a documentary about the Dabbleverse and Stuttering John that is fantastic. Definitely worth a watch. And unfortunately, it came out. It wasn't considered for the Dabbler of the Year award because of the time it came out.
Yes.
But we wanted to give him extra recognition. And so we had Chip accept the award on his behalf. And this would have been great. I don't know why this wasn't able to be played that night, because this would have been fantastic in the room.
All right, well, I do want to mention one other person, if that's okay. And I'm taking this Dabby for this person based on very recent work that they did. An amazing documentary, part 1 of a documentary. Well, I will say that Sheet Shitterson is going to get this Dabby, number 1. And number 2, we will play his acceptance video on Rico, and it's accepted by the one and only Chip Chipperson. So tune in for that.
Hold on a second. I gotta make a surprise appearance. I'll eat your cooter in a second. Well. It looks like fucking the Dabby Award has been given to Sheet Shitterson. Congratulations. He's asked me to accept on his behalf. I couldn't be prouder of you. I like the name. It's got a really nice flow to it. And listen, we got to really roast some people. Hold on a second. I had a little phlegm caught behind my tongue. Let's roast fucking Carl from fucking what? Hey, fucking Carl, who are these podcasts? What are you doing in Rochester? Fucking just hanging out in upstate New York or something? Mm-hmm. Hey, fucking Shuli, I hear in Huntsville, Alabama. What are you fucking hunting for peckers or something? And fucking, hey, Kumia, I'll fucking roast Kumia. Hey, I heard you went down to fucking, you went down south. What are you fucking missed the nice warm weather or something? What are you fucking doing down there? Enjoying the fucking sun or something? Hey, Carl, what are you doing up there in Rochester? Looking at a bunch of clouds or something? Hey, fucking Shuli, what are you doing in Alabama? Fucking having sex with a relative or something? Hey, fucking Sheet Shitterson, what did you do to deserve the Dabby Award at the DabbleCon? How did you get the Dabby Award? What does that mean? And why would I accept it on your behalf? Does it mean you're a big fucking pecker sucker? So not to accept it, I'll accept it for him. Hey, this is for the fucking guy I gotta share a mouth with and then just pretend I'm eating a lollipop once in a while I close my eyes. I fucking hate it. Anyway, listen, have a good time at fucking DabbleCon. And congrats on the Dabby Award. Daddy's really happy for you. Listen, Carl and Shuli and fucking Kumia. Hope I didn't roast you guys too bad. Fucking Tony gets really sensitive, Anyway, have a good time. You're all pecker suckers.
All pecker suckers.
The great Sheet Shitterson and Chip Chipperson accepting his award. I'm trying to explain that to my parents.
Well, that documentary is a great introduction to people who are perhaps you've been made to sleep on the couch until you get over this WATP thing or whatever. The Dabbleverse thing.
Right.
Just 1 hour. It's about an hour.
Yep, it's an hour.
Yeah.
And it definitely sets everything up.
Yeah.
You understand it immediately.
Yes.
It's great.
Now, there's another documentary that just dropped by Mondays.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mondays always calls in a WATP fan of the show. He was there.
This
weekend. Talked to him. He also did a fantastic documentary. And it just dropped a few days after this amazing one by Sheet Shitterson. But it's getting a lot of views. People are checking it out. He has a little bit of a different angle on it. And I love his angle on it because it's for those people who follow other lolcows on the internet, but haven't really followed Stuttering John. So if you're into King Cobra or Chris Chan or Cyrax or...
And you should be.
Right. Or any of these guys that people goof on the internet, and you go, okay, why are we goofing on John? And it kind of explains, just like Chris Chan, John does this. Or just like King Cobra, he's an alcoholic. And so it kind of shows clips of other lolcows people know and shows what John's up to. And it's a great way if someone does understand the internet and what's going on, but doesn't follow John. It's a great way to introduce those people to it. Both documentaries are worth watching. For everyone watching this, they're both worth watching. So then we had the Dabby Awards, fantastic. And I think Dabby came out of Lucy Tightbox at one point.
At least one.
There's a lot of things going on
Yeah.
at the Dabby Awards.
She broke one.
After that, yeah, we did break one. Shuli thought it was made out of solid gold. I'd take them out of his bag. And then they had the Dabbler Dance Party, and that was what everyone thought was going to suck, and they were right. It was just kind of like they put on some music, and people just kind of stood around, and I shouldn't even say that. I wasn't even there because I was trying to take care of business at that point and get everything figured out. But you know who was there at the dance party? That would be our friend Rocco Burrow.
Yay!
Hey.
Hi!
Yay!
I'm
You
wonderful.
made it home.
Yes.
You made it. Yeah, so we had Cardiff on earlier. We were talking about getting out of Rochester and how difficult that was.
Yeah, I didn't understand it, but all of a sudden it started pouring. I left the hotel at 4.
Right.
And my flight was supposed to be at 6-ish or something, and it started raining, and all of a sudden we just saw all these flights getting canceled, but ours was not immediately canceled. It was delayed.
Can I stop you right there?
Mhm.
So I was also in Rochester yesterday,
Mhm.
and it was raining, but it doesn't stop airplanes from flying.
It does now.
Airplanes fly in the rain all the time.
Dude, I have no idea, but my problem wasn't the weather in Rochester, it was because my plane was in Baltimore.
Right.
But they were also saying, because we're going, is there any other option? Because it just kept getting delayed. And we were like, is there any other option? Syracuse, Buffalo, Albany. And they're like, everything in upstate New York is unavailable. And if this plane doesn't come and you don't get out tonight, you won't leave Rochester on a plane until Wednesday.
So Rocco, you texted me that, and I went, there's no fucking way that's possible, because we literally have 5 or 6 flights a day that fly to New York, and a couple that go to Chicago, and some that go to Detroit. It's like you can get to a major hub and get anywhere from that hub. How is it possible you have to wait 4 fucking days to get home? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. But like we said, did you mention the Melton thing?
I talked about it briefly, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because apparently Melton, who left on Sunday, they were so desperate to get people out because apparently they had cancellations for like the last couple of days.
Yeah.
They were so desperate to get people to give up their seat that they offered him like $1,500 in a hotel until like Tuesday.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of people say yes to that.
Yes, I definitely would have took that.
A lot of people say, but he was going to Scotland. I mean, he's not saying yes to that. He's got shit to do.
Right. So I just kept looking because the big problem was my dad was watching my daughter, and my dad goes home tomorrow. So today was supposed to be the day that we actually get to do stuff together and all that.
Oh,
and
stop acting like you care about your kid.
I do. Well, no, not my kid, my dad. Not my
there
kid.
We go. Yeah,
not my kid.
Damage control. I just want to be home with my daughter. Okay, sure.
Yes, she was very upset. So Grandpa told her that Tukey was on a special mission from Santa. So we had to take care of that with just some gifts.
How you gonna? I was gonna say, how you gonna cover that?
Yeah, right.
Well, we had to get some gifts at the Rock.
Okay, all right.
Who likes Cleveland Commander jerseys?
Right.
So the fuck they're called, even know the name of their team.
That sounds right.
So I had seen that pretty much like Cleveland would be the best bet as to flying home to Denver as early as we could. So
wow.
We rented a car again because we returned the rental car. So then we had to, rent the car again, and we drove all night to Cleveland. And
all right, quick question for you, because I'm very familiar with the Rochester Airport. I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
What is open at midnight in the
Nothing.
Rochester Airport? Nothing. It's a
well,
ghost
that's the thing, and we didn't even know if the car rental.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I would think that would just all be everyone went home.
Right, and you can't leave because the security shut down at a certain point. I think it was like 11:30 or something.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and you can't really see. Right when we went, right at 12 o'clock when they told us the flight was canceled, we went down. The rent-a-car, the whole department or whatever was booming. This was bigger than when I landed at like 6 at night.
Wow. That makes sense.
So many
all the
more
dabblers
people
trying to leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
But,
cool. So you're able to rent a car, and then you had to drive. So now it's 1 a.m, and now you're starting a trip to Cleveland.
Yes.
Jesus, what a day.
So we did that.
At least you're heading west.
Yes.
You got up early on Sunday, too. Do you want to talk about that at all?
You
don't have
on
to.
Sunday? Oh, yeah. So Sunday, I went shooting with some fantastic beloved chatters, Diesel the Rottweiler and Linky. Diesel the Rottweiler is a former military guy. He had all these different types of guns. We got to shoot like maybe 10 different types of guns. It was amazing. They had this private field.
What area of the city were you in when you were doing this?
We were outside
Joseph Ave.
19th Ward, Joseph Ave.
We were out in the middle of the woods, and it was amazing. It was something I'll never forget.
Cool.
So thank you, Diesel and Linky, for inviting me to do that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But how was the drive then? Did you take shifts, or you just drive it all the way to Cleveland?
I drove the first 2 hours, and I was fading, and thankfully my wonderful wife took over, and she did the last 2 hours. So,
well, that's a nightmare. So I wanted to talk about the I said at the beginning we're talking about the highs and the lows from this weekend, and a lot of highs. We've covered a lot of those. Let's talk about the lows. You know, one of the things people were saying, Rochester's a shithole. Why are people going to Rochester? It's the armpit of New York. And I'm like, guys, it's not so bad. And it was funny how many people, when they got here, were just like, oh, it's actually really nice here. This is really beautiful. And being here in the summer is very different than February, obviously. And people are like, oh, this is great. And then after the Dab or Dance party, one of the guys who drove to the Dabby's got his car stolen. And then I think 4 or 5 other people had their car broken into out in the parking lot. So,
horrible.
Yeah, it's pandemonium, cops are there. I'm like, Jesus, come on. Really? We're not in a bad neighborhood at the Comedy at the Carlson.
DabbleCon 3, everyone.
Sucked so bad. Oh, such a
Yeah,
bummer.
I felt horrible. The guy who had, I think his name was Dave, the guy who had his car stolen. He was
There are
wearing
a lot of
Tuki
Daves there. It's
shirt.
possible,
Yeah, it's possible. And I'm really sorry that happened to you, man.
That sucked. He didn't live that far away, but I mean,
Right.
regardless.
Well, he couldn't walk home. So.
Yeah, right. He's not
No.
walking distance, that's for sure. So got his fucking car stolen. And so we have this thing in Rochester known as the Kia Boys. And it's these teenagers. And this happened to the comedy club. I think we talked about it. It was right before the first DabbleCon, where they stole a car, drove it into the doors and windows in the front, and then stole the ATM and drove away. And they did that like 3 or 4 other businesses that night. And then smashed open the ATMs and took the money. One kid left his phone at Comedy at the Carlson. He's an idiot. And guess how much trouble they got into?
None.
Right. So these guys just keep doing this.
Yeah, and I needed an ATM this weekend. Thanks, assholes.
that was so funny. People were like, Carl, where's the ATM? I'm like, yeah, it's right about. Oh, that's right. No, there's no
it all came back to me.
Yeah.
Gonzo.
We don't have one of those in here. We can't have something fancy like that here in Rochester. So yeah, that sucked. It sucks that there's people who just go out and rob cars. They're teenagers. And they don't get in any trouble and they just keep doing it.
Did you talk about what you did after the brunch on Sunday?
I haven't talked about the brunch yet on Sunday.
Oh,
so
okay.
Sunday we have our brunch at Radio Social, and they were nice enough to make sure they had a bunch of tables for us. And people RSVP'd ahead of time. So a lot of people came down to the brunch, which was awesome.
It was lovely.
Yep. We got to sit with some awesome fans who were there all weekend. My buddy Darren, who I just met for the first time this weekend. I got to hang out with him. And then Anthony and Missy sat with us. And Chris was, all the WTP guys were there. Vinny was there. Rocco ended up showing up.
Yeah, I sat with Lucy, Brian Johnson, Mary Beth.
Yeah, I really apologize for not being at the brunch to anyone who was looking for me. We were shooting guns, so I apologize.
I don't blame you.
Brian Johnson, Mary Beth, yes, they were awesome. They hung out with us all weekend.
Vinny made a waitress quit her job.
Yeah, Vinny made a waitress quit her job. That's right. They were fucking up. Okay. I love Radio Social. We explained to them, like, everyone's going to have separate tabs. I'm not paying for everyone's brunch, And so I guess they didn't get the memo on that because the servers were wildly confused about how to do any of this. So they'd come to the tables and be like, okay, so what did you get? And what did you get? And then they'd come back with a receipt and be like, is this right? And it's like, can you just fucking run my card? Like, can you figure this out? I told him, I'm like, I'm paying for me and her. I told our server that. And he still was just like, oh, what did you guys get? I'm like, so it became a big clusterfuck. And Vinny, he wasn't being obnoxious or anything. He was just being Vinny. But a different server ended up coming back to like figure out and square up with them. And he ended up finding out that the woman quit.
Yep.
The server quit mid-shift trying to serve Vinny brunch. So
I feel really bad for that server, but what a story.
Well, she legit quit?
Yeah.
She walked out of her shift and left.
She left her job. She's done. Now, also at brunch and making a presence the entire Dabbleverse or DabbleCon too was Joey C and Christina and what's the other guy's name? Spider Alamar. So those guys are there. Joey C's wearing his outfit that he has. And
can I say something in defense of them?
Yeah.
I thought for the most part they were very well behaved.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I talked to Joey a ton. It was great.
Oh, but I think people thought that they were going to try and to inject themselves into the show. High pitch, Helga. Helga literally asked me, "Hey, I was thinking, Carl, maybe you could, get me on Dabble Point." And I was like, oh, you mean the game that literally just started 2 minutes ago, and that's why you know the name? Like,
to Poke a Dabbler.
Oh, to Poke a Dabbler.
I'm sorry, Poke a
Okay.
Dabbler. Yeah. Sorry, I said it wrong.
Oh, she wanted to get on the show so bad. When we got there, she goes, "Hey, can I be on the roast?" I go, "Oh, did you write a roast set?" She goes, "No, I've never written a roast set in my life." I'm like, well, then no, you can't be on the roast. I wasn't going to say yes anyway. But so she didn't understand. And then she sits there and watched the roast. I'm like, do you see why you weren't a part of the roast? Like, I almost went up there and did 10 to 12 minutes. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you think? But Helga thought she was going to be there and be like the biggest celebrity there.
Yeah,
and then
people were excited to see her.
Yeah, there people taking pictures and stuff. But
like literally right when you started the game, he's like, "Why don't you talk to Carl? See if I can get up there." And
that's hilarious. Yeah.
No.
Anytime Helga was mentioned, she would stand up and start walking towards the stage. Like, all right, Helga, that's okay. All right, we got it. That's fine.
Helga.
Yeah, that was weird. But you're right. High Pitch was only there the first night for the roast. He tried to get up on stage, so he's like, all right.
And who was that like young girl he had kidnapped and brought there? Like,
yeah,
was she
he does that. And then he didn't come the next day because she like lived in Elmira or something, which is pretty far outside of Rochester. And then he went and got a Donnie Wahlberg tattoo on his thigh. This is what I heard. I heard that High Pitch Eric wasn't there on Saturday at all. Because he went, I know, which was really depressing for me. And he got this Donnie Wahlberg, like his face tattooed on his thigh. And I guess he's going to go on the Howard Stern show in a few weeks when he comes back and get Donnie to sign it or something. I don't know.
That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever
You
heard.
think? It's a whack packer.
That's wacky even for a whack packer.
Wahlberg. He's my favorite.
Hi, this is High Pitch Eric, and you're listening to Who Are These Podcast? Chinese people smell.
So, so where were you going with that, Rocco? I'm sorry, I took over.
No, I was just saying that I thought the Catalanos behaved very well all weekend, and they were actually kind of a pleasure to see it sometimes.
Yeah,
for me,
they were having fun with it. People were making fun of him during the roast, and he was laughing along and enjoying it. And then Sunday at brunch, they're having brunch, and Joey was telling me a week or two before this, I know the manager of the Rochester Red Wings, our baseball team, AAA affiliate of the Washington Nationals.
Bullshit.
He goes, I know the manager, and I can get us tickets to the game. I go, okay, cool, man. That'd be neat. So lo and behold, he goes, yeah, I got 14 tickets. Just go to Will Call, tell him your name. We got you taken care of. Like, okay, cool. So me and Jen and Missy B, we drop Anthony off back in the hotel. And
he'd had enough of us.
Yeah, which is fine. The three of us go to the baseball game, and we walk in there. I'm like, holy shit, Joey C actually got us. We had to go in through the suites entrance. And so I'm like getting on the elevator. I'm like, all right, so let's see this suite that we have. Like, no. So you're actually out there. I went, oh, okay. So we're just in the stadium. Okay. Which is fine. It was very nice.
They're great
seats right behind home plate. A billion degrees.
Yeah.
Like we almost sat down for a second. We're like, okay, we're out of here. We just got right up.
Yeah. Missy burned her ass, literally.
Yeah. It was hot. But that was awesome that Joey C hooked us all up.
It was cool.
A whole bunch of us, I think there were 14 of us that went to the ball game. We ended up hanging out by the bar area where it was the shade and hung out with everyone. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Too
thanks,
much.
Joey C.
Thanks, Joey C.
Very nice.
What a
of you.
fucking weekend, though. What a crazy weekend.
Yeah, it did sound like him bringing the Winnebago and everything. It sounded like it was going to be the Jersey Shore pulling in, you know. And no, they're sweet, lovely people.
Very lovely.
They enjoyed.
His wife was lovely.
They enjoyed every minute of it. And then Joey C, we were talking a lot at the baseball game, and Joey C was asking me my opinion on what type of show he should create. And I was like, Joey, what you got to do is you got to just beg for super chats. That's what everyone loves.
Call out people by name. Where
that's
are
the
you?
show format people love these days.
What you should do is have a goal.
You need a goal, Joey. What's your goal? What's the number you got to hit?
I would definitely recommend people go back to some of the live streams of them driving up, because there are just some hidden gems in there. I mean, there's one point where like him and Christina are just yelling each other. Like, you know, when you're driving, you're tired and you just want to murder someone.
Oh, you've just been around people for too long.
Right. I asked them how many times they'd shit the trip so far. They both admitted to one time. They literally, so Spider Alomar lives in Baltimore. And Joey and Christina live in Tampa. Spider flew down from Baltimore to Tampa to join them at the start of the thing. Well, lo and behold, they went to Spider's house when they passed Baltimore on the way to Rochester.
Oh my God.
Spend the money to have it go down.
I just like to have a shitty time in Winnebago. I'd really like to be here.
I'd like to make it longer than I needed to.
I hate traveling.
I know.
We all do.
Yeah.
Imagine getting on an airplane, probably 2 stops, probably wasn't even direct. And then your job when you get there is to get into a car and drive for 3 days.
And get pissed at everyone around you.
Well, and to go back to your own house. Yeah.
And you're still not in the final destination. You gotta
Right.
still keep going.
Oh,
That sounds awful. Isn't that what happened to John when he went to Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Via Philly.
No, I think Vince the lawyer bought him tickets. It took him L.A. to Tampa to Orlando.
Yeah.
It was like a stupid flight and to add another stop because he's such an asshole. And then he flies into Philly and then took a bus to Atlantic City. Or maybe it was, maybe he flew into Newark and then had to take a bus to Atlantic City from Newark. It was even further. Fucking great. Oh, fun stuff. We miss you, John. Come back soon, buddy. Come back soon. Well, Rocco, it was great hanging out with you as always.
Yeah.
Thank you. I actually do have a question. So I looked
Yes.
in my carry-on bag and I got my Dabby,
Yeah,
which
good.
has
Oh,
completely fallen apart.
Oh, no.
What is it made of
I get
chocolate?
another one. I don't know.
You want another one? You can't just fucking hot glue it and call it a day.
No, I think it looks better like this, actually. But yeah. Thank you for the
Congratulations on
regular
your
trophy
Dabby,
everyone
by the
else
way.
got.
Well earned, well deserved for
Thank
the
you.
Atlantic City incident.
I appreciate it.
All it takes is 7 seconds.
That's it,
to
man.
become the
That's all you
Dabbler of
need.
the year.
It's like Eminem said, shot, spaghetti, mom, whatever. Took your shot, one shot.
Sounds
that what
like
he said?
something he sounds like something he would say.
I like how you lost confidence immediately. Like, who's going to finish this for me? What are you guys?
I don't know how it goes. All right,
He's
thank you.
exhausted.
Listen to Potato Soup tonight. I think he said 8:05.
Yes.
So you can miss the big long intro. So
We'll
love
be
you all
tuned
more
in.
than a friend. Whoa.
Bye, Rocco.
Bye. I love him.
What a good dude.
Yeah.
Michael C., my thoughts on the tapes. Shuli is an oven dodger. Interesting.
Weird.
Grim.
Grim.
$5. Love all three of you. Great weekend event. Thank you for the birthday present. Shout out Dr. Steve, the MVP of the roast. Love the doc. Yeah, Dr. Steve's roast was fantastic.
His was really funny.
The only thing that hurt him on the roast is that he didn't pause long enough for the laughter. Like, how would you know? Like, when you're recording a video, you can't just be like, you know, I mean, weird.
There was one moment where he did pause, and it was really cute.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I rewatched that also.
He was
And,
killing it.
Yeah.
though. So funny.
Well, happy belated birthday, Grim.
I heard Blind Mike complaining. Blind Mike, when he said he was going to come and then he decided he probably wasn't going to be able to make it. And he goes, well, you want me to like send in a tape for the roast? I go, no. And then he's like, but Dr. Steve's allowed to. Okay. I see how it is now.
Got our priorities.
Meredith Halfpenny with $7 says, only came out for the live podcast. Everyone crushed. Even my hubs, who was just a pastor to me, listening, sometimes loved it all. It was amazing. Well, thank
Awesome.
you, Meredith Halfpenny, for making it to the live podcast. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was interesting that there were a lot of people who just went to the roast or just went to the Dabbies or just went to the podcast and stuff. That's cool. It's cool that you can pick and choose what you want to do. Texas Long Dog. John will deflect the impact of the recording, saying they were all lies as part of his integrity verification system. Correct. He was never going to buy Coke off of Hitman Dan because that guy stomps on it so hard. Oh, yeah. Fuck that. I'm going to get Coke from a real. No. I think John's going to say that some of it was AI. He's already set this up. He's going to say a lot of it, not Kate Meanie's laugh, but everything else, AI. Jay Phoenix, live WTP in California, live from Laughless. That's fine. That's good. Uncle John Hargis, formerly Lee C. The Kate essay tapes exposed plenty, but man, I was looking for so much more of him being such a waste of a load. Well, listen, I don't think that, speaking of loads, I don't think Shuli blew his entire load there. I think they have more to play for future episodes. I think they're holding on to a lot more, so stay tuned. Carl's tiny bladder. You didn't miss much during the tapes, sad skull. I don't have a tiny bladder. It was a long day. Darth Nugs, a new member. Thank you very much, Darth Nugs. I appreciate you. Steve Hanning, $10. Just wanted to say this weekend was awesome. We had a ball and everyone was so great. Can't wait for DabbleCon 3.
Yeah, neither can Vinny. He's so excited for it, I'm sure.
Everyone's going to have to. Yeah, I know. We got to do it at a different venue.
Yeah.
Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast, $10 says, all of the events were amazing. It was great meeting you all and had so many beloved chatters. But the highlight was having brunch with Vinny the last day and our waitress at service. Yep. That's hilarious. I didn't know that was you over there. That's really funny. I should point something out real quick because I think Christian Blatt said something on who are these broadcasters today. They did a special Monday episode where he said, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Magic Bag. I'm sure they'll be streaming it just like they did at DabbleCon. No, we will not.
Oof.
I cannot pull that off. We were able to do that because that's Vinny's club with all his equipment, tens of $1,000s of equipment, amazing cameras.
80 hours put into it.
80 hours setting all that up. Like, we're not doing that.
The man has been working 70 hours a week for weeks.
I know. He's coming over here tonight, too, to do the creep off. Hope he's in a better mood.
I'll hide upstairs.
He was ready to murder me.
I know he was.
Yay, super chats.
Nasty Al with $50. Thank you, Nasty Al. Watched every second. Always watch on a phone, but watched on TV. 10-year-old walks in, rolls his eyes, and walks out. Not sure I'm the cool dad anymore. Great job, Al. Jenny has the voice of an angel. Come south.
All right.
Thank you, Nasty Al.
Thank you, Nasty Al.
Nasty Al does so much for the show. He's the best. That Sean guy, $5. I wasn't there, but you better believe that I'm going to tell my kids I was. It'll be the highlight of my life, and I'll eventually believe it too. Yeah. I've seen it happen to guys like Stuttering John. Just keep repeating a line. Soup Can with $50.
Woo! Yay, super chats.
That is $50 well spent. F. John.
Yes.
Love it.
Good one.
New chant.
Succinct.
Dang Lizard, to the actor that plays Bedabbler. So Joey C had the better plan. He was Snake Plissken in Escape from Rochester. Don't cross the Duke.
Don't cross the Duke.
That's funny. Yeah, I know. He making fun of him for driving, but he got out of the city. Hulkamania, $10. Jen is always fine, but Chris looking hot too.
No, it's Jen is always fine.
Well, if you want to start reading these, I mean.
No, I don't want to read them.
Slowing down over here.
Slow it down.
Michael Pendowski Sr. became a new member, and then Michael Pendowski Sr. became a new member. I'm not sure how that even works, but thank you very much,
Yay!
Michael. I appreciate it. Joseph Collins, $5 says, Chris Abels and I should join Levyverse. My hot sauce videos are only 5, maybe 10 minutes tops, though. Okay. And Door Goes Open, remember, for 6 months, says, great show, ordered the stream. Jenny Jingles sings like an angel.
Oh, thank you.
Jenny's fantastic.
Thank you.
It was very good. All right. Well, I think that concludes my thoughts. What did I miss? What do you guys want to discuss as far as other thoughts on the whole weekend?
This whole weekend was so amazing. I met so many people I've seen before at other shows, and new people who I've never met, and every single person was so lovely. Like, everybody was great. Nobody was weird or creepy.
Yeah. No,
everybody was
cool.
just like hanging out, and there was a lot of people that bought a ticket and came by themselves.
Yes.
And I saw people hanging around together at tables, and just, it was really fun. Like, really fun.
Yeah, like Carl said when we walked in on Friday to get there early, and it was already a rager.
I know. I was like,
building.
oh, fuck. I got to set up the merch table. Jesus.
But it's these people that hung out all day then, all night, then all day again, all night.
And then brunch.
And yeah,
for a lot of
there's
them. Yep.
no negative vibe. There was no drama.
Right.
Everyone was so fucking nice.
No one peed on anyone's pants that I know of.
I mean, I was disappointed too.
I don't know, but
not even my own.
I met a lovely man from Ohio. I wish I could remember his name, but he was just so kind and nice.
You know, your husband's sitting right there.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, it was nice to meet him. Nice to meet. There's so many people, and everybody. It's very dapper dressed people as well.
Yes.
It's impressive. Good singers. Great parody songs for the karaoke night.
Yeah.
People were making up their own parodies, and I really cannot wait. I kind of want to watch this now. I want to see Rocco's recording of Cardiff because that was fucking funny.
That is funny. Cardiff was so pissed at himself. Christian Blast says, Vinny texted he's happy to stream from Ferndale. Yeah, right.
Oh, boy.
Fucking Christian. Yeah, I'm sure they'll stream that just like they did this. Christian just makes shit up now. He's on my channel just making shit up about shows and things. He's the best. Thanks, Christian. Appreciate it. Anything else, Chris?
I'm good.
Okay. Guys, thank you all for joining us for this special emergency episode that was so important to do. Watch Potato Soup tonight. Watch Uncle Rico tonight. Watch The Creep Off. The Creep Off is coming on in just over an hour on this very channel, 7 o'clock, special episode of The Creep Off, prime time edition of The Creep Off. So come hang there. You can also go to the Creep Off channel to watch it. We simulcast that. How big is Helga's clit?
Oh, wow.
7.5 inches. Pretty incredible.
The question you should be asking is how big is her taint? Because that will tell you.
That's true, because you know how far. All right, I don't need
You
to
get it.
explain- I don't need to explain this to you.
Thank
Dr. Steve
you.
will explain it.
Farting in the mosh pits of morning radio.
Okay. Great show. Good job, everybody. Great job, everyone.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
This is going great.
Has anybody ever told you how funny you are?
Don't say shit for attention. It's not.
So let's finish it up in the next 5 minutes.
That's gross.
How do I reach these kids?
Fuck you!
I'm not running a fucking daycare center.
What is going on here?
Explaining it does not make it any funnier.
Well, that's retarded.
Cunt nuggets.
Who are these?
Podcasts.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Makes no sense.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.